Texting quiz. Oh yeah, let's just see what kind of skills you got with texting. And I'm sure they're great, but you know, it always helps to hone them a little bit more. This is episode number 5, how to respond when a woman flakes on a date. How to respond when you have a date set and a girl, you know, she makes an excuse about why she can't show up. And of course, if you want the other episodes, that's all inside my Prince Flakes VIP Premium membership. You can join there to check it out. Get ready to play. So here's the deal. How to play, you just simply listen to the story. I'm going to give you a little backstory about the text. Choose a response and then comment below. Make sure that volume's up. The quick backstory was that me and her had planned a date for 9 o'clock at night. Now, I had never hung out with her yet. We had met online. And so this will happen sometimes when you're meeting women online. Before she really knows you, she might flake out. And so here is what she said. Hey, would you mind if I asked to reschedule us hanging out tonight? It might sound stupid, but I was up at like 4 a.m. last night with my dog and he still hasn't fully recovered. So I'm having a little anxiety with leaving him alone. Sideways face. So how should you respond when a woman flakes on you? And it doesn't matter what the excuse is, because women will make up all sorts of crazy excuses to avoid hanging out or to avoid confrontation, and that's fair. And we don't know whether this is legit or not, so it doesn't matter what the excuse is. She could say, you know, there's a tornado in my backyard. Who knows whether it's legit? But how should you respond when it happens? So should you, 1, try to find a day to reschedule? So obviously she can't hang out. Should you send a text back, try to reschedule right now while it's fresh on her mind so that she still wants to go on a date with you? 2, should you play it off like it's no big deal? Like, oh, hey, no problem. Hopefully your dog, gets well. Or 3, should you show her that you are upset so that she feels bad, so that she knows, like, hey, you made me upset. I don't want you to do that to me again in the future. All right, those are your 3 options. How should you respond when a woman flakes out on you? I am going to give you a few moments here to think it over. And pause the video if you need to. Comment below 1, 2, or 3. You can say why. Have some fun. Comment below. Test yourself. All right, now I'm going to go through these answers one at a time about which one I wouldn't do. The first thing I would not do is I would not show her you're upset so she feels bad. What you want to do is you want women to have a good impression of you, a good, positive feeling about you when they think of you. Now, if you always are making women feel guilty or upset and she feels like she's in trouble all the time, that's not a good feeling. So when she thinks of you, she's going to kind of think gross, I don't want to be in trouble all the time, and this guy's getting emotional, that he's getting so upset that I can't hang out. So you don't want to show you're upset. You don't want to do that. That'll show you're emotional and, you're off your center as a man. So now, between the 1 or 2, what would you do? Now, here, I would not try to find a day to reschedule. And here's why. If she is flaking out right now, if she's the one that said no, and I try to come back and go, okay, well, what about Saturday? Does that work? Or, when can you hang out? Right now, she made up some excuse. Her dog really might, be hurting, and I love animals, so I hope the dog feels well. But women don't, if she really likes a guy, she's going to want to make it happen, and so I don't think that there's something about this that isn't quite right. She's not quite into it enough to hang out. Therefore, if you try to just reschedule right now, probably the same thing's going to happen again the next time. That leaves you with number 2, play it off like it's no big deal. That is always the best option because, 1, you're not guilting her, so she doesn't have to feel guilted about that. That's going to be a breath of fresh air from a lot of guys. the other thing is that, also it shows that you're not super emotional, that you're a cool guy that's like, okay, no big deal. Hey, whatever. I understand things come up. And it just makes you seem like more of a masculine man when you play it off like it's no big deal, just like James Bond would. And so here is what I said. Here's something you can say. Hey, no worries. And I waited an hour and a half to respond. Hey, no worries. Totally understand. I hope your dog gets better. Smiley face. So one other thing about this is I ended up hanging out with her a couple weeks later. But if a girl flakes out on me, and again, it could be a legit excuse, that's fine. But if that happens in my mind, I play it off cool, no big deal. But in my mind, I go, okay, she is going to have to work a lot harder next time to go on a date. Like, I'm not going to do all the work to set up the date and like wait around for her. She flaked out. Now I'm playing it cool, and now I'm just kind of like sitting back, and she can come after me if she wants, because this obviously shows she wasn't that interested. And if she was interested and it was a legit excuse, she would come back and want to reschedule with me. She would say, hey, I can't do this, but can we reschedule? So that's another reason why I didn't try to reschedule it there, is like, women will make it easy when they like you. And so play it off like it's no big deal. Give it some time. Play it cool. And then eventually she'll go, okay, hey, that guy was cool. He played, he was, what's he up to? Now I kind of want to hang out with him. All right, there you go. That was one of the texting quizzes about what you should do when a woman flakes. It happens, but you know what? You're a cool guy. No big deal. Don't penalize her. Things happen. She might have been busy, or she just didn't feel comfortable. Whatever. Just move on. Life is good. And again, if you want more texting quizzes, all this stuff, inside my VIP membership, man, I have everything: texting, online dating, first dates, conversation tips, confidence tips, all sorts of stuff, interviews with women, everything to make you a stud with the ladies, even though I know you already are, but I still want to take you to the next level. All right, have a great day. Bye. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe. Peace.